Welcome back, friends, and happy Life Month. Pride is death. Pride is a sin. Sin is death. And we celebrate life this month. So happy Life Month. Welcome back to Spare No Arrows. My name is Cody Lawrence, where we are taking aim at bad theology and the garbage nonsense in our culture like Pride Month, which we are officially taking back. We get to celebrate this year the second annual? I guess last year was the first celebration. The second annual Life Month, or you could also call it Roe Reversal Month, because 1 year ago, this month was the greatest human rights victory in American history, maybe even world history, because prior to last year, June, Roe V Wade was established as the law of the land in America. And since then, I think it was, 1973? And since then, over 63 million babies have been murdered. They have been put to death. That's like the worst travesty, the worst publicly accepted human rights travesty, probably in world history. And it was overturned. A lot of states obviously still participate in abortions, but it is no longer nationally legalized. Not that the nation has the right to legalize murder, but they tried to, and it was overturned, rightfully so. And so this is exciting news. It's something worth celebrating. But also, because it's a month that we can celebrate life, it also happens to be what the LGBTP community, and I say P because, it's that word I can't say on YouTube. It's the P word. It means doing things with children, because it's all, it's part of the community. That's the plus. It's also the day that they celebrate the greatest sin of pride. And so this is an awesome time to celebrate life, because pride is a sin, sin is death, and we are celebrating the antithesis of what the LGBTP community stands for. And it's awesome. It's great. So celebrate it and don't feel bad about it. Whoever controls the calendar, I believe, controls the culture. The calendar, even if you look at the Bible, God instituted different feasts and holidays and days to remember certain things, because the calendar is a wonderful way for us to catechize each other, to catechize our culture, to teach our culture, our theology. Even if our theology is a pagan one, even if our theology is one of child sacrifice and atheism, those are theologies. Those are things that you believe about God and your whole worldview. So the calendar is how we catechize the culture to our worldview. And traditionally, at least in America, we have had primarily Christian holidays. The Christian church traditionally has many good holidays. Like just last week, we celebrated Pentecost. A few weeks before that, we celebrated the Ascension. A few weeks before that, we celebrated Easter, right? And so there are holidays throughout the whole year, the whole calendar, that helps us to remember and teach us good stuff. And so the bad guys, they want to do the exact same thing. They want to teach the culture what kinds of things that they should respect and what kinds of things that they should appreciate. And so they are commandeering entire months to teach people about critical race theory, which is February, Black History Month. They also incorporate stupid holidays like Juneteenth, which is just the worst name for a holiday ever. Man, I think, what is it, June 17th? Stupid name for a stupid holiday. And the whole purpose is just to teach critical race theory. And maybe I'll talk about Juneteenth whenever Juneteenth happens. But they've also the left has commandeered the entire month of June to celebrate the deadliest sin of pride. And it's because these things are important for the leftist, the atheist, the pagan worldview. And as Christians, we should resist that. But not only that, we should fight it. We should not just passively resist, but we should actively fight. Historically, Christianity also has done a very good job at taking pagan things and making them Christian. Now, the irony is the calendar is a Christian thing. The calendar is already Christian. We measure our years in how much time has passed since the death of Jesus, right? So the calendar is a Christian thing. God instituted the days of the week, the sun and the moons for holidays, for tracking time, right? So the days of the week itself is not just some arbitrary human invention, but it is something given to us biblically by God himself. And the calendar cannot be taken away from Christians. Many Christians can lose their care for the calendar, which is exactly what's happening. And it's why, our whole calendar is being filled up by, in America at least, leftist nonsense because of weak, spineless, jellyfish Christians who aren't actively fighting against these things. But I think it's time for us to take a more aggressive stance. And we do that by celebrating things like Life Month instead of Pride Month. It's also interesting. I find that I think I'm going to make some kind of Instagram post about this, or maybe a whole nother podcast episode. But the rainbow. No, I'll talk about it in a different episode. It's good. I have a good point about the rainbow. I'll do that in the next episode. But it's just fascinating the tools that the LGBT community is using against us. And it's our own tools. We're like handing over our weapons and saying, yes, beat us with these, please. Because a lot of Christians, they love to be losers. They love to suffer, and they love to be pathetic. And yes, suffering is a part of life, and we sometimes have to lose. But Christianity is a religion of victory. God wins. The church wins. We win. He gave us the Great Commission to go forth and disciple the nations, and America is being discipled by paganism. America seems to be becoming, at least culturally broadly, seems to be becoming more and more non-Christian, more and more aggressive towards Christianity. It's the whole country, the whole culture of America is now negative towards Christianity, and it has been going in this direction, and it's been getting worse and worse. Until we're at the point where there was some training that my wife did at work where they basically said, they were saying, like, if you're religious, then that could be dangerous. If you're a Christian specifically, if you take your religion too seriously, then that could be some kind of sign that you might be a religious extremist. So this is stuff that the culture is just broadly pushing, and they're doing it out in the open. They're not doing it in the shadows like they used to. They're doing it out in the open. And man, I heard a great sermon at church last Sunday, and my pastor said he was describing all of the evil things that were happening in the world, and he said, we have them right where we want them. And I loved it. That was awesome. And that's true. They're doing this out in the open. We have them right where we want them. And you know what? We should be unafraid to do things out in the open too. America was founded as a Christian nation. It was founded upon Christian principles. Yes, even if many of the founders were not professing Christians themselves, they founded America anyway upon Christian principles. The laws were Christian laws. Many of them had a grounding in Scripture. Even from the founders who weren't professing Christians, they respected the Word of God, which is more than we can say about ourselves today. So all of this, the point is, we should celebrate our stuff out in the open and use it to catechize the culture just as much as what they're doing, because we're going to win. Their time is limited. We know that evil does not win. We know that this stupidity cannot last forever. The stupidity of people not even, knowing what a man and a woman is. Like fundamental, foundational aspects of reality that children know without even having to be taught, like what is a boy and a girl, we're denying as a culture. And it can't last. It is unsustainable. And so we know their time is numbered. Their days are numbered. And we need to be acting now as Christians to do what they're doing, but better, like we always have, to take their pagan holidays and turn them into something Christian, because God is like giving it to us on a silver platter. God chose to overturn Roe V Wade last year on the very month that the homo community celebrates Pride. Isn't that awesome? Like, what a great prank God chose to play on them. And so what better month do we have to celebrate life, the very opposite of pride, the very antithesis of abortion? So hit my camera. How do we celebrate? What do we do? I'll give you some ideas. First, think about this. Do you know how holidays spread? We celebrate them. Holidays spread. I used to live in Japan, and Halloween and Christmas were both holidays that were kind of picking up steam. People, it seems like every year, celebrate those Western holidays more and more because they think it's cool. They think America's cool, and so they want to do the stuff that we do in America. And so like every year, they kind of ramp up their certain Western holiday celebrations. And so far, I think it's just like it's Christmas and Halloween, just because they're big cultural holidays in America. And so that's how holidays spread. We can't just in our heads, in the privacy of our own homes, be like, yes, Life Month, nice. We have to do it publicly. We have to do public things to celebrate because the bad guys are doing public things to celebrate. They're doing the right thing for spreading their holidays, right? And so that's exactly what we have to do. The bad guys have actually learned from us how to successfully spread holidays. And we have lost that knowledge. And so it's not like we're learning from the bad guys, although they are doing it effectively. So you could say that we're learning from the bad guys, but the bad guys have learned from us in the first place. So how do we celebrate? I'll just give you some basic ideas. Put it on social media, like post, say like Happy Life Month or Happy Roe Reversal Month, whatever you want to call it, or call it both things throughout the month, but post it on social media. Talk about it. Talk to your friends about it. Be public about it. Just like when the Christmas season comes around, you talk about Christmas. You wear Christmassy clothes. You do Christmassy things. And so that's exactly what we should be doing for Roe Reversal Month, for Life Month, because the bad guys, they're doing Pride stuff. They're wearing Pride clothes. This is a holiday. It's a season for them. And so it could be a season for us too. So buy a shirt that says something about Life Month or celebrating life. Buy a hat, buy stickers, put them on your car, put them on your laptop, buy a pin and put it on your backpack. Just display the fact that you are celebrating this holiday, that you are celebrating life, right? Publicly proclaim in whatever way you can, in whatever way that is appropriate. And, don't be afraid to get negative comments, and you will. Right. So, but just do it. You're celebrating a holiday. This is a huge moment. Seriously, this is the biggest human rights victory that has probably ever happened in history. And if you hear me say that and you're like, whoa, I've been taught in public school that the greatest human rights victory in American history is ending slavery. That was a good victory. This is a better victory because individuals and states who actively participate in abortion are still selling and buying black people. So slavery exists. We're just killing them and chopping them up first before buying and selling them. This is worse. We're murdering black babies at a higher rate than any other race in America, and we're chopping them up and we're selling them. It's graphic, but that's exactly what's happening. So okay, yeah, we stopped slavery in one form, but we still have this much worse form that exists, and it exists on a much wider scale. It was legalized in America all the way across, and many states still have it legal, right? It's terrible. So it is worth celebrating. It is objectively a good thing. that Roe v. Wade was overturned. And hey, life is an objectively good thing to celebrate. So we should not be embarrassed to celebrate this during Pride Month. We don't want to be cowards. We don't want to say like, well, maybe I'll celebrate life privately, or maybe I'll celebrate, I'll celebrate life because, I'm kind of embarrassed that I think life is a good thing, right? That's stupid. So don't be afraid to celebrate. It's a joyful thing. And if anybody persecutes you for it, blessed are those who are persecuted for the sake of righteousness, right? For theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Have extra big feasts this month. If you go out to dinner with your family, if you have kids, show them how important this is by going the extra mile, just like you do on Christmas, just like you do on Thanksgiving. You have extra big feasts. Do that. Go out to eat at some extra fancy place. I don't know. Publicly proclaim that you are celebrating life and do it with your habits and do it with your family rituals. My church, here's an example of something that my church is doing. It's so awesome. We go the extra mile for holidays, and we're also going the extra mile for Life Month. Every week after church, we have a potluck, and it's awesome. But this week we're going a little extra to do a big celebration in honor of June, right? It's June, so we're celebrating. So another thing is that I'm considering, I will do it, but something that you, the listener, can play a part in if you'd like. I'm designing a sticker, and I'm planning on some kind of sticker for Life Month, like a way for you to publicly proclaim that you're celebrating life, or publicly proclaim some kind of anti-pride message. I don't know exactly what it's going to be yet. I just started thinking about it today. But I want to design this sticker, and I want to have them made. And I also have the opportunity to make them glitter stickers, which is even better, I think, this month. To have an anti-pride message in glitter on Pride Month. Beautiful. But anyway, I'm designing this sticker, and I'm considering giving it away for free to any of my Patreon subscribers. I think I just have one subscriber right now. And I'm so thankful for them. I rarely ever bring it up, but at least I'm considering doing more with my Patreon, like extended episodes or a weekly special episode just for subscribers, something like that. Special Q&As, or maybe the ability to give me video ideas and send out free stickers. And so regardless, I will make the stickers anyway. I'll come up with my own idea or something. But if you think you have a really good sticker idea, it could be a phrase, it could be some kind of concept, it could be an image, it could be a Bible verse, whatever, shoot me some ideas on Instagram or Facebook, and it might end up being a sticker. And if it is, I'll send you a sticker for free. But if you want to ensure that you're going to get one of these stickers that I make, you could consider subscribing to me on Patreon. And other than that, I guess that's all I got. God bless, and I'll catch you next time. Happy Life Month.